Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Simply Carolyn. Y'all see my little fat buddy back there behind me? He's trying to figure out what I'm doing, y'all. But how y'all doing today? I am back with a stimulus package update. Y'all, there's not a whole lot going on with the stimulus, so I have not been addressing what's been going on because they're just talking round and round in circles about the same stuff. But today I have realized that the Senate Republican leaders are preparing a trimmed down coronavirus relief package for about roughly $500 billion that will include extended payments for unemployed people and small businesses. The measure will also include $10 billion for the Postal Service. And I guess they're doing this because the post office made a statement that they would not be able to handle the flow of mail because they're thinking about doing voting by mail. So, of course, that's going to make the mail load a whole lot more than what it's actually been being. So, they've asked for extra money, I guess, so they can hire extra workers to handle this along with our regular mail. And election is in November, and people are kind of weary of getting out into crowds, which you can't blame them because of the pandemic. And they are wanting to not have to deal with that. So the post office is supposedly, well, I guess the government is leaning on the post office to make sure that all this goes well during the election. But it seems like President Trump is having a problem with this because he thinks that having it done this way will have more problems for election fraud. Go figure. So the fight between Trump and Congress and Democrats over weathering the pandemic has become a critical battle that highlighted Trump's trouble handling an outbreak that has killed over 170,000 Americans. Y'all, this virus has killed that many people. It has cost tens of millions of jobs and shuttered businesses in virtually every community. So, with that being said, y'all, I don't know. And they act like they don't want to help give any money for the people. The new bill that they have, it doesn't say anything about stimulus. It's mainly focused on the Postal Service right now and helping businesses stay afloat. But what's the point of helping businesses stay afloat if people don't have money to go out and shop in these businesses? And it's also focused recently deliveries in the mail votes in time for them to be counted this November. That has coincided with Trump's repeated insistence without foundation that expected record levels of mail-in votes by people eager to vote and eager to avoiding polling places will lead to widespread fraud in the elections. And I'm right there with him. I mean, there's probably fraud the way they normally do it, but this is going to be even worse. So they have made changes, and those changes are the removal of mailboxes until after the elections. So I don't know. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Now, negotiations over a far larger coronavirus relief bill is expected to resume after Labor Day between the White House and top congressional Democrats. They say that they're hoping that we can actually get back and, in spite of the proximity to election, put aside and reach an agreement sometime soon. Democrats are demanding that putting together a wide range measure and trimming the package that they have agreed on seems to be an effort to show voters what they would favor enacting quickly. And with the party's presidential convention next week, the measure could give Republican senators facing difficult re-election races this fall an opportunity to vote for a relief measure with popular provisions, even though it would probably be blocked by Democrats demanding a more generous bill. Now, from what I've been seeing, all they are doing is blaming everything on the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats. Well, the Democrats, they've been voted on their actual package, but the Republicans are saying no, 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 it's too much. But they're steady pointing the finger, saying that the Democrats are the ones that's holding the bill up, and I beg to differ. From what I've seen, it's the Republicans. They want to do a $1 trillion bill proposal, which, I mean, $1 trillion is a lot of money, but when you think about all the money they're trying to split up into each entity to help, $1 trillion is not going to be nearly enough with just sending stimulus payments alone. And past couple of weeks before the end of August, they were talking about the stimulus package, the next stimulus checks. Now it seemed to be like they ain't even thinking about it. They probably won't even consider it until after their break, which I think is, one thing I want to say is that pay attention to what's going on with that, y'all, because if they know all the impact that the coronavirus has had on the American people, and if they're more interested in worrying about the postal service, which, I mean, I know that's important if they're going to use that for a voting measure. If they're more worried about the postal service and small businesses than they are the American people, people are losing houses, getting evicted, the unemployment was cut back. I mean, that's going to be a real impact to the economy. And if they're more worried about voting than American people, then y'all better make sure y'all remember that when y'all go out to vote. Don't let that slip by. And even if they do go ahead and decide to give us a stimulus check, as long as people had to suffer to get the little bit of money, if they send it out, that still wouldn't be a bargaining chip for me to vote for none of them. No way, no how. So y'all remember that when election time comes. Okay, so they are now saying that instead of doing the $600, well, they've cut the $600 a week proposal have run out. Then they went to saying $400, but legislation is only going to provide, which, the White House, the Democrats and Republicans, they're only going to provide $300 a week in extra federal payments for unemployed people, and the state would have to make up the difference. Go figure. So I guess they're, and then I can understand what they're saying with that as well, because little that we know, states and government agencies, they have gotten a lot of money from the previous stimulus package that they're saying that's just sitting there, and they haven't used it, and they're wanting the state and local government to tap into the funds that they have to help people out, and they should, because when you think about it, if they're not giving it to the public to help for which it was intended for, then what are they doing? Are they just going to use the money for their own purposes? I think that should have been rolled out in a better way than what it was. Because if you're gonna help the public, make sure the public get it. Don't put it into the hands of someone else that has to make make a decision, yay or nay, whether or not they're going to give it to the public. I just don't believe in that. I really don't believe in that. So the new proposal includes $105 billion for education. And the plan also has $16 billion for coronavirus testing and $29 billion for developing vaccines. That is a lot of money that I think could be helping out the public as well. I mean, yeah, they need money for testing and for vaccines, but I don't think it should be to that magnitude of money. So the bill does not include a renewal of the one-time direct payments of the $1,200 for taxpayers, which is the American people, and dependents that were part of the earlier bill aimed at providing relief to people as the economy slowed to near halt. And McConnell says people have been hit the hardest by the pandemic. They're the ones that he's favoring to continue the aid for the lower income people that have been hit the hardest. Democrat House approved a $3 trillion relief plan in May, which Senate Republicans offered a $1 trillion package. And the negotiations between the White House and the Democrats dissolved in bitterness earlier this month. Democrats dropped their proposal to $2 trillion and asked Republicans to meet them at that halfway point. But that has not happened, y'all. So y'all, we gotta, I don't know. If they do, I really think they will. I really think they will do another package, but it's probably gonna be after they come back. And I think that's very selfish of them. They're going off and having a paid vacation on us, because of course our taxpayer dollars are paying for these little vacations and recesses that they're having, while the public still suffers. So y'all make sure that y'all keep that in mind whenever the election comes. Y'all remember that all these people that's up in Congress, and they have their jobs, and they're not really impacted by what's going on, but the people that are less fortunate or does not make as much money, they're the ones that suffering. So when election time comes, y'all make sure y'all remember that. So I will be continue to bring you updates. I don't come on here every day because they're just spinning their wheels. It's not really nothing new. So when there is new development, I will definitely bring them to you. And on another note, I want to introduce you guys to something that I've been doing, or something that I've been taking. It is Goli apple cider vinegar gummies. And y'all, these are something that are really good for you. It's good for your nutrition, and instead of having to take the apple cider vinegar orally, you can take these gummies. And I'm going to show you now what they look like. This is what they look like. They're little gummies. And they're good. You get the same nutrition from the gummies that you would take in a tablespoon of this. And you can buy them in a 1-pack, or you can do like myself. They have different packages. And this is my first, no, this is not my first time ordering. This is actually my third time ordering these, y'all. The first time I brought just one bottle. Brought just the one bottle. If I can turn it around to show y'all. Brought just the one bottle because I wasn't sure, number one, if I would be able to take them or if I would like them. And then I went up to 3. I brought them in a 3-pack because the more you buy, the better deal you get. So this time I elected to get a 5-bottle pack. One, two, three, four, 5. And I've already opened that one. And y'all, there is 60 pieces in a bottle. Let me just move this out. 60 pieces come in a bottle. And the suggested use is that you use 1 to 2 gummies up to 3 times a day. And you can enjoy 6 gummies a day. And the ingredients, it has folic acid. And if you're worried about sugar content, the sugars are only 1 gram of sugar. Carbohydrates are 4 grams per serving, and a serving is 1 gummy. And it's only 15 calories per serving. So it has folic acid, B12, apple cider vinegar. That's the 3 ingredients that's on here. And also the benefits of the apple cider vinegar. The benefits you can get from taking them is appetite control and weight loss, blood pressure and blood sugar levels, improves immune system, and it's made with the vinegar, the apple cider vinegar with the mother. It contains highly nutritious acetic acid, which is like 5%, and it's infused with superfoods like pomegranate and beetroot. It's enriched with vitamins B9 and B12, and it's safe for the enamel on your teeth. Because you know, when you take the regular apple cider vinegar, like if you take a chug of it or a teaspoon of it, it's harmful to the enamel on your teeth. It will chip it. It tastes good, and I can attest to that. It does taste good. It has a good smell, and it's easy to take. So that is the benefits compared to the traditional apple cider vinegar. So y'all, if you're interested in it, and if you are a person that takes apple cider vinegar or would like to take it, give these a try. You can go to www.goli.com, and this is not a paid endorsement or anything. I paid for this with my own money because I was taking the regular one, the regular vinegar, and I just couldn't get past the taste, y'all. Even diluted it in water, and I just still could not get past the taste. So I'd rather take these any day instead of actually trying to chug-a-lug some of the regular apple cider vinegar. So, y'all, with that being said, now this one is giving me a 10% on my next order with the promo code. I didn't even realize that. So, hey, once you order, you will get your promo code for your next order, and I will be using mine because, like I said, I rather take these than to take the actual swig of apple cider. I just can't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. And it's gluten-free, vegan, organic, non-GMO, and unfiltered. So it also says that the apple cider vinegar gummies are made with the mother, which I did mention that, and it's a beneficial probiotic, and they are unfiltered and raw. So y'all, if you'd like to try it, give them a try. It's called Goli. It looks like that. And you can go to www.goli.com to get yourself some. So y'all, I thank you for stopping by, and I will be bringing updates, like I said, when there's new developments. I'm not going to come on here every day and say the same old thing about the stimulus, because that's what a lot of folks are doing, and they're even using clickbait like $3,400 stimulus or $1,200 stimulus approved. Don't fall into that, y'all. It's just a clickbait, and I'm not going to do clickbait for views. I don't need views that bad. So thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers for hanging in there with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you feel compelled to do so. Hit that notification bell and subscribe if you're not already a member. And remember, I love you and God loves you. So until the next time, I love you all with the love of Jesus. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Good night.